Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and the Houston Texans just fleeced the Philadelphia Eagles. What a trade that we saw the Houston Texans make today, acquiring C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who this season had 6 interceptions, 116 yards returned on those interceptions, had an interception return for 69 yards, and one of his interceptions resulted in a touchdown. He also had a forced fumble this season and 59 total tackles for this Philadelphia Eagles team. So this is a major addition for the Houston Texans to add into safety room that already has Jalen Petrie and Kalen Bullock. And I would say Jimmy Ward, but I get this weird feeling that Jimmy Ward's going to get cut by this Houston Texans team after bringing in C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which honestly, I kind of support that move. I'd much rather have C.J. Gardner-Johnson than Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward brings a lot of energy for this Texans defense, and I really love him. But, Gardner-Johnson's 6 years younger, and you can clear $6.5 million in cap space by releasing Jimmy Ward. So it might be best if Jimmy Ward is no longer with the Texans next season, and they can clear some cap space by letting him go. But this is an amazing trade for the Houston Texans. What would you think they would give up in this deal? Well, only one of the worst draft picks that Nick Caserio has ever selected in his 4 Houston Texans drafts. Kenyon Green, an offensive lineman who has mainly played at guard in his career. Let's start off with the fact that, we can look at the fact that he's terrible, but let's also start off with the fact that in his career, there has been 55 games the Houston Texans have played, regular season and playoffs, and he's only played in 29 of them. He missed all 17 games last season. He missed 2 games in his rookie season, and he missed 5 games this season. So, not only has he been terrible and been the weakest part of this Houston Texans offensive line, giving up sacks and pressure towards C.J. Stroud. Not only has he done that a lot, but he hasn't even been healthy. He's been terrible throughout the entire parts of being an offensive lineman. And I know there are some hope in Philadelphia from their fans and their team that they can get Kenyon Green to if they can get him to become a better offensive lineman. Philadelphia is a great place to do that. They have one of the best, they have one of the best offensive line coaches in the league, and they're really good at what they do there. They're really good at what they do there with developing their offensive linemen. But Kenyon Green, I'd see him as a lost cause. But if Philadelphia, if Philadelphia can change him, that's fine. If he turns out to be a great player, I still think as this is a great trade for the Texans because he was never going to be good here. He never was. And, also never was going to stop getting injured as well. So, I hope he can be successful in Philadelphia, but I don't believe in it. But if there's anywhere he's going to be successful in, it's going to be Philadelphia with the developers they have there. But, and then the other fact is, they, in this trade, you would think, okay, well, they're giving up a bust offensive guard and getting back a guy who had 6 interceptions this year, a forced fumble, and is still 27 years old and has some time left on his contract after this season, and had 6 interceptions in 2022. You'd probably be thinking, they had to give him some draft picks. Only a pick swap. The Eagles got a 5th-round pick. The Texans got a 6th-round pick. So just a trade up, and that's not even this year's draft. I think it'd be one thing if it was this year's draft, but that's not till next year's draft. So yes, you trade up a little bit from one round, but it's nothing. And I just love this trade for the Houston Texans. I think this is one of my favorite trades that I've seen Nick Caserio do in his time with the Texans. I really do. I really do believe that it's one of my favorite trades I've seen him make. And so I'm really excited to see what C.J. Gardner-Johnson will bring to this Houston Texans team next season. I'm really excited for that. Let me know your thoughts on this addition for the Houston Texans in the comment section and this entire trade. I love it. I think this was a massive steal for the Houston Texans. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Texans.